So here in this video, we'll be looking into the REST operator. So if you want to explain the REST operator, then REST operator, operator, sorry, wait, is used to maybe put the rest of some user or some specific user supplied values into JS array. Can be object as well, but usually you will see the array only because you will be using in most of the cases you will be using it in the functions. Okay, so what happens is let's actually see this with the help of an example. So this is a function, and maybe first param and then second param. Okay, and how the syntax goes is dot 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 args, or it can be anything else. Rest of the values, rest of, of the values. Okay, so let's just log this. That's it. I want to log maybe first name. Let me just yeah. What I'll do is I'll just make it at the top. It will be in the bottom. So yeah. So let's say I want a name. I want to invoke something, and invoke, for example, and then maybe, and then yeah. So we have four arguments, and we are getting these values here. And so what it does is that the first parameter, it actually takes the first argument, that is my name. In the first console.log, you will be seeing my name, and then at the second you will be seeing the title that I'm sending from here, and the rest of the things, no, whatever is remaining, it actually stores in the form of array. It is not actually real array, but just you can say it's like I mean kind of a synthetic array. So, so this rest of the value. So this is the basic syntax. So you can't actually apply, let's say, like this. Okay. So rest of the values. You can't apply rest operator at the first argument. I mean, in the first argument. Okay. So it actually tells you that rest parameter must be last formal parameter. Okay. So it should be at the last of the parameter of all the parameters. So yeah, this was the basic idea. And let's say I don't want the first and second parameter. So let's say for how it is used is, let's say you don't know actually what you have in the arguments. Okay, so you are just invoking it, and you don't know actually that where are you getting. I mean, you don't know that there is a first name or maybe last name. You don't even know. Okay, so at that time you will just do a rest, and you will get all the parameters in the form of an array. Now you can here you can just run a for loop or something if you want. Let's say the array, you will get it in the form of array, right? So you can do whatever you want inside this name function. So let me just comment on this thing because it is not available. So you will get the array, right? So this is a typical array, isn't it? So when whatever the values you are sending, so yeah, so in some of the cases you don't actually know that how many arguments you have in the data in the API response, and you just want to send those every all the arguments in the function. So you just have to do the rest operator, and it will actually create an array, and you can just simply use that inside this, right? So this was the function. Let's see how we can actually define this in let's say objects, right? So const first, second, third, and equal to let's say first equal to name, and then let's say second equal to um, again, no, maybe it should be like string or something. Okay. Then the um, back one, and then let's say thinking about the variables is the biggest issue. The mouse is will be like, let's say uh yeah. So uh so let's say I want the third. I don't want the third, and then second, and rest of the things are right. So now if I log the args, you will get these in the form of objects, right? So you will get houses is the Bangalore, tech is the man, right? Because the first and the second is there, and make sure you are, if you are destructuring the object, then you have to make sure the keys are same. So this is the first and the second, and the arguments are like tech and Bangalore, because these are the things that is remaining, so it will just form an object. So in case of objects, it actually forms an object, but in case of arrays and functions, it actually forms the array. I mean, here you will get the array. Here you will get array, not an object, not an object. But in case of this, you will actually you will get objects, right? Because there's an object, and if you use rest operator in the objects, then it will give you actually an object. So let's say um uh, I'm not sure about this, but let's see. Let's uh, yeah, yeah, is the same, but I haven't tried. But yeah, the system remains the same, that you can't actually apply rest operator at the first argument. I mean, at the first part as the argument, because it is like ki- I mean, kind of like acting like an argument, right? So let's say I take a mistake and I don't write T here, so it won't be finding T here, right? So I'll just delete the T. So if I delete T, you will see that the it is not taking, it is not getting that value, and what it is doing is it is actually giving that specific key value pair in the arguments itself, in the arguments, because in the rest operator itself. So first is the, now this is matching, the sec is matching, so it is taking the sec. But the thing is, in case of first, because it is not matching anything, so what it is doing is actually putting that specific key value pair in the arguments, in the arguments object, because it is not matching it. So, and yeah, this is the basic introduction, I mean basic idea about the rest operator. So yeah.